right, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has a history of heated exchanges around the Capitol, seems to have once again gotten into a confrontation. And this time, it was caught on camera. The incident happened outside the Capitol on Thursday evening. You're looking at the cell phone video after the Deputy Communications Director for Voters of Tomorrow, Mariana Pecora, walked in front of Greene as she questioned the Congresswoman about her stance on gun reform. Though we can't see either Greene or Pecora's feet, the video appears to show Greene kicking her from behind. Take a look.
Amendment. How does the Second Amendment prevent gun violence? You're the one that believes that the insurrection
step out of the way. You're blocking a member of Congress.
Joining me now is Deputy Communications Director for Voters for Tomorrow, Mariana Pecora. Mariana, it's good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us on this. Before we have our conversation and you kind of walk me through what happened that day and what we saw in the video, want to read for folks the statement from your organization first, released after the incident on Thursday, saying this. This afternoon, she, Marjorie Taylor Greene, took her offenses to another level as she physically and verbally attacked members of our team, in addition to yelling at our executive director, a Mexican immigrant, to go to another country. She physically assaulted another young staffer. Gen Z is fed up with politicians who continue to put our lives in danger, and this aggression is one of the most visible examples yet of what we are up against. What happened?
Well, we were in DC advocating for our Gen Z agenda, which is a set of policies that we as Voters of Tomorrow have pulled and figured out that Gen Z is broadly supportive of. And so we were in Congress that day. We had just left a meeting with the House Rules Committee, meeting with members of Congress and advocating for youth rights. We went up and we asked Marjorie Taylor Greene about some of the policies on the Gen Z agenda, and she responded with violence.
And she kicked you when you walked in
Yes.
front of her? She visibly kind of kicked you, and did she harm you at all? I mean, what did she say when it happened?
I'm not hurt, but she said, excuse me, excuse me. She repeatedly called Santiago, our executive director, a child abuser. She called us paid activists, which we are not. And she was incredibly rude to us. We met with over 70 other congressional offices, and nobody else was at all disrespectful to us. They took us seriously. They listened to what young people had to say. They wanted to pay attention to what we believe in. And Marjorie Taylor Greene did not show us that same respect.
So you brought up Santiago Mayer, the founder of the group, also there. I know that you both have been considering pressing charges. Any update on that?
We've been talking to our lawyers and keeping our options open.
Got it. Okay, so here's what Marjorie Taylor Greene is actually saying. She has called you and your group, quote unquote, foolish cowards. And when it comes to Santiago, she says he's a paid political activist who just so happens to be blessed to have immigrated to our great country. He should respect and be grateful for American freedoms, like our Second Amendment, instead of trying to destroy them. If he doesn't like it, he can go back. I'm sure you're not surprised by this statement, Mariana, but what is your reaction?
I am just incredibly disappointed that a member of Congress is treating young Americans this way. I am also Mexican American. My mom is a Mexican immigrant, and it was really difficult for both Santiago and I to have somebody attacking our right to be here. And for Santiago, this is something very difficult because he's out here fighting for young voters with the rest of the Voters of Tomorrow team. And we're trying to get young people representation in Congress. We're trying to get young people represented at every level of government. And Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't believe that that should be happening.
What did you want folks to hear? What did you want her to hear? What did you want other lawmakers to hear that day?
We wanted other lawmakers to hear that Gen Z cares about our government, we care about the people that represent us, and we have a set of policies that we want to get passed. It includes youth voting rights, it includes gun violence prevention, it includes LGBTQ rights. We really would love to see our members of Congress standing up for us, passing legislation that protects us, passing legislation that protects our friends, and protecting our democracy. So if you go to votersoftomorrow.org, you can sign up to volunteer with us. You can try to join our organization. You can apply to do it to be a part of a state or a local chapter. And you can also read more about our Gen Z agenda and read more about the other policies that we're supporting.
Mariana, thank you. Appreciate it
So much.